All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Bulldogs Sports Network Week 4 wrap-up show, Bulldog football. I'm Brett Swinney alongside Corey Marshall and hopefully Vincent, Mr. Watson Johnson.
Oh man, we got his full
Hey,
name after this.
hey, you know what though? Speaking of that, the Texans had to go their second string quarterback this week. So
I mean,
Mr. Watson, he's getting close to having to go in the game.
he's not playing for Houston. I don't care. They've already made that comment. I don't care how healthy. I don't care how bad Tyrod Taylor is as a quarterback. He's not playing. So they'd probably have I don't know whoever. I don't even know who's on the team anymore. It's just that bad. But they're not bad. To be honest with you, they're really not bad. Now that if you look at a game, they haven't just
Yeah,
performed horribly. And I don't even think it's the coach's issue. Like it just doesn't look like a good team. But they
yeah.
don't have any money. They're cash strapped, and it's a mess. But I'm happy for Lovey Smith. He's back in the NBA. I mean NFL. I'm happy for Lovey
Yeah.
Smith though.
So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Make sure you share this out to all your friends. We're looking for a big number tonight. We shot for, I believe we wanted to see 20 tonight. So hopefully let's share it out. Get your chats in early and often tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsor, our special sponsor for tonight's broadcast, Hector Garcia. Hector, this is your makeup. I messed up this week on Hector. I don't know if y'all realize that he is the touchdown sponsor for our football broadcast, and we did mention it. So tonight, Hector is getting a couple of special things. Hector, I don't know if he's here yet or not. Hector, send us a chat whenever you are on, because I'd like to make sure that you're on to view your special surprise I've got for you. First one was just a sponsor for tonight's wrap-up show, but I actually have another one. So, Hector, make sure you chat with us tonight, and I will reveal that surprise later. Speaking of surprise, here he is.
I'll say it's
Our
Texas.
surprise guest.
I'm assuming it's Vince.
Hey, yeah, I believe so. Vince, are you with us?
He's doing so.
It's Bevo. Bevo's with us. Bevo, what's up?
What's up, man?
I love the name. He's always got something. He's always got something for us there.
I mean, I suck every time every time I get apparel or something like that, my team never wins. So I'm really superstitious.
Yeah. Hey, Bevo missed our Houston Texans discussion there.
What about him?
We were just discussing that whether or not Mr. Watson was going to have to come in the game this week.
Nah,
he's moving up the depth chart.
Nah, we over that. We over that.
He might be in Miami before it's over. Tua is not the guy.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to send him.
Well,
Tua is not the guy.
Yeah, Tua's he's on the injury report again. That's not surprising. I hate to see that.
He did play for Alabama, so that's not nothing to note about. They don't produce good quarterbacks.
Hey, so Vince, you join us late tonight. We are sponsored by CNA Lawn Care. Hector Garcia, he is our touchdown sponsor, but didn't get any love this week. We forgot to mention all those touchdowns we scored this week and didn't get a shout to Hector. He just kind of poked at me. Hey, what about my touchdown sponsor this week? I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. I got some surprises for you. One of the surprises is tonight he is our sponsor. Kind of souped up our little overlays and got him on. I've also got another surprise for him when he gets on. If sometime this hearing from Adam. Adam's here tonight. What's up, Adam? Adam says hello to everyone today. Let's see, there he goes. Good evening, fellas. Thanks, Adam.
What's up, Adam?
We appreciate
What's
you
up,
watching.
Adam?
Yeah, I like that.
Sweet tea.
All right, so let's see. I was going to pull this up real quick. Here we go. So, Corey and I were already talking about the picks for last week. Vince, I was already giving Corey a hard time about his Spring Hill pick.
Try.
Yeah.
You can try.
Did you see that? Did you see that score of the Spring Hill game?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. He should get a negative pick for that one.
That's a negative. You got to pick an upset. It's no fun if everyone picks the same thing. It's no fun. Yeah, someone has to pick an upset.
Well,
no, you got that wrong. There's no fun in being wrong.
Yeah,
there's no fun in being wrong.
I knew I had a feeling Henderson was going to win, but somebody.
No, you did.
Spring Hill.
No, you didn't.
It's okay. That was the best. That was the best odd for an upset.
Take the L.
I don't know. I don't. Listen. Hold on. Wait. I don't. I take lessons. First of all, I take lessons. I don't take losses.
Apparently, you take L's too.
The lesson in this is always be different.
I think the lesson is be 8-0. Is that what I was this week? I believe. Corey, can you repeat that to Vince so he can?
That's safe. You're playing it safe. You're playing
it safe. That wasn't safe. I'm gonna pick.
It's okay.
I'm gonna pick who's gonna win.
I'm always gonna have an L until Argyle loses. I'm gonna be right one week. I'm telling you. I'm picking that loss.
You know,
I'm telling you.
See, here's the thing. Corey, is that not?
It's okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry.
Next prep, they like to play videos.
Oh man.
But Corey likes to he's shooting for that one opportunity to be right so he can call himself a genius.
Man, you could get a lot of losses between now and then.
Yeah.
No. Just common sense. Sometimes some of these are just common sense. They're not going.
How did our boy do, Mr. Blevins? What did he get this week?
Let's see. He picked Canton, which was odd. The Maybank and Canton game. He picked Canton, and then he also picked La Vega. He picked La Vega with me, so he was what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what 5 and 2, 5 and 2 out of 7 games. Of course, he had Chapel Hill. And he picked who was 5 and 2. So, wasn't bad. I was 5 and 2. Yeah, I don't know why the Canton game was weird. Like the Maybank Canton game, I don't know why I wouldn't pick Maybank. I mean, Maybank's 4-0. With the only was weird us and Maybank. I think Athens is undefeated, so that's weird. Let me circle that game. We lose Brett. I think we lost Brett. We lost.
Are we still live though?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know he's the host, so.
Yeah.
Well, there we are.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that was that Suddenlink connection. Sorry, guys. I think it dropped me. I'm still waiting on that sponsorship. Maybe they'll if we sponsor or have them on here, maybe they'll give us a better connection.
Sip this iced tea.
I'm not sure really what happened there. Anyway, so all I heard was Mr. Blevins pick against. He had Canton and La Vega. Did he just those two miss? So he had 6 and 2.
Yeah, it was 5 and 2 out of 7 games. Chapel Hill.
I thought we picked 8 games.
No, because we had 6.
We had 8. We had the 7 district. We had 7 district games, and then we picked the Argyle game.
It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 district games, or
Oh, there's
or
7.
5,
We have
or
7.
7. Yeah, 7 district games, including us plus Argyle.
Yeah. So it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So I puts 15-1 for me. Or what would you say 13-3 for you?
Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13-3.
Yeah. What did Vince have? Did you miss one?
He's 10-4. I had him at 10-4, unless you have the additional
10-4. That should be 4. Should be 12.
So 12-4.
I think Vince missed 3 the first week. I think he was 5-3. He had I think he took Palestine against Rusk, and he took Lindale against Van.
I did.
And then he picked, and there was one other game that he missed. I can't remember the third game that we picked. I can probably pull it up.
But I have to take my L. But I have to take my L. That don't make any sense.
Listen, you got to take your L.
But I have to acknowledge my L.
Because you don't like to acknowledge it.
I'll admit whenever I'm wrong.
I don't want to hear that.
Whenever I'm wrong. I'll admit whenever I'm wrong.
I don't want to hear that.
He had Kilgore beat Pine Tree because I missed that one. That was the one.
So I was right about
that. That was the one Vince also had.
I was right about that. I picked all the upsets that week except for
Vegas,
except for that other loss, man.
Yeah. Looks like Mr. Blevins has joined us here. I'm not sure what that means. Brett. Hey, whatever it means. I guess maybe that I got the most right. I don't know. Not sure there. And we did get we did do the score, and Corey had the closest score prediction of this week's game. Vince.
Well, what did he have? I thought you had it.
It's 60.
Well, I was close, but my defense was not as close.
You had 56. I had 62, and then you had 7. I had 14.
So we split the middle. We split the middle on the offensive score. You were just a little closer on defense.
Okay.
So all right. So I'm gonna try something here as we go over some stats for this week's game. We were playing with a little bit last week. I'm gonna try to share my screen, so those of you that are watching can kind of see what we're doing here. Can y'all see that? All right?
Yeah. I got.
All right. So we're gonna look at the stats. And before we start talking about Chapel Hill, I just want to acknowledge Mr. Evans, because I'm gonna call him Mr. Evans. That sound okay with y'all?
Yeah.
That guy was incredible. Evans for center had 15 catches for 207 yards in one time, and I think he had probably 2 or 3 that he caught that were out of bounds that somehow he caught. He was incredible. That's the only reason that center did anything on offense. Really, the quarterback was not bad, but that Evans was a beast. I mean,
so I'm gonna acknowledge somebody on their side too. Gibson, my brother, you have untapped potential. You have more speed than I have seen anybody on the field in quite some time. I need you to get them hands right. I just need you to get them hands right. Like, he was the one player that they targeted more times than I think anybody else. The problem was, and no matter what we did, he outran our coverage every single time. He didn't catch the football. And I was just like blown away. I was like, man, like, he's going to get one. He's going to get one. I know he is. But he never did. But he kept outrunning our coverage no matter what we did to him. And the quarterback was putting it there. I was just blown away by how fast he was. I was like, man, you can get to the next level, but you got to work on them hands.
That was Mr. Gibson, right? That you were talking about?
Yeah.
He only had one catch.
Yeah, but he got targeted like
And
7 or 8 times.
he had 2 or 3 touchdown passes he dropped.
Oh, he just flat out dropped. Like there's at least 3 that I think that would have been touchdowns if he'd just caught it. Because the first one, there was just clear separation between our defender and him, and I just knew it was gone. I just knew it was 6, and he dropped it, and he got up and looked at his hands, and he was just like he couldn't even believe it. He came over to the sideline, and they came back to him the next drive. He did the same thing again, and he dropped it again. I was like, wow. And I was telling Drew, I said he's gonna catch one, but he never did. He never caught that big one. He got I think they gave him like a little slant or something that he took at 16. So he never caught that big one. They kept aiming for him.
I guess this is Christian's dad that's talking to us here. So shout out to Christian. He was just I guess he misspelled my name in a previous chat. Probably one that got disconnected when we lost service earlier. So yeah, he had 6 and 2 this week. So good job. He was close. He just couldn't quite get up there. So pick again so that we can see if you can get on sometime, Christian. Remember, you can't talk about OU though, or negative Texas talk. That's not allowed on this show.
Yeah, you can bring up anybody. I guess.
Negative.
You just gonna hear me if you talk about them right there in the negative light. You just gonna hear me.
Yeah. All right, here's Adam got a chat for us. Those deep bombs for center were on target, just didn't catch them. Yep.
Yeah, I mean the quarterback was putting them spot on, and he just couldn't get it. He just couldn't get it. I thought he would have got it, but I don't know if it's a mental thing, or what, because it was hitting him in the hands. He didn't hold on to it. Thankfully, he didn't hold on to it because this would have been a lot closer score. He just got to work on them hands. And I think
I'm not acknowledging anything from center except for the scoreboard. We owed him that one. So whatever happens,
he's a junior, so he got another year. He'll get there. I mean, they all kids. I want to see.
I know they kids. I know.
Yeah. I want to see growth. I don't mind the challenge. Come back next year and catch a couple of them. Let's see how we do against you. The only way to be the best is you got to beat the best. So,
speaking of that, our ranking creeped up one more spot. Chapel Hill number 4, and Dave Campbell's top 10. Just moving right on up there. Just 1 minute at a time. So we'll go around the table, just do our normal, just your one main thought of what you saw in Friday's game that kind of was like your main point that you saw that was like stuck out to you. Who wants to go first? Corey, go ahead.
Once again, our defense. We came out ready to play. They knew the assignment. We didn't play around. I figured center was going to come out and be a little tough, obviously. But shout out to the defense again, man. They came and they knew exactly what they needed to do, and they dominated the game. Didn't give them a chance besides the other big plays. We weren't going to let them. We had a valiant effort to not let them beat us on the ground. So, and we came out and we stopped that. We put a stop to that early. But I do want to give a really big shout out to the freshman. I think it was Ricky Stewart. He was a freshman.
Man, Corey, you must have been. Were you reading in my headphones? Because that's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I was. I'm. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to Ricky Stewart. That's all. I'm in it with that.
Well, look at this right here. If you want to talk about Mr. Stewart's performance, he actually led the team in rushing this week with 89 yards on 3 carries for a touchdown. So, he started the year, he wasn't even playing, and these last couple of games, his touches have been special. It's in just like he had the one mistake out there. He fumbled the ball. We got on his security of the ball. I think Corey might have said something about that.
Man,
I think it was Corey or Vince. One of y'all said something about that last week, I think. that when he runs, he kind of waves the ball out a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to clean that
Yeah.
up.
He
But-
his numbers does not reflect how special he carried that ball. He had one carry towards the end, and then again, we're talking about a freshman.
Yeah.
Freshman. He carried the ball, and I want to guess it was like 20 to 30 yards for a touchdown. It wasn't even the fact that he went 30 yards to the end zone. It was the fact that he made contact with 3 different defenders, juniors and seniors. I mean, the first one especially was a square up, and he brushed it off like it was nothing. He hit the second dude, and the second dude dropped to the ground. You know, and then I'm just knowing the third dude was finna tackle him because he didn't even get his feet going yet. But he blew through that dude too. And I
He don't
said,
do a lot.
listen, I called my pops after that. I called my pops. I called my old man, and I said, listen, they got this freshman out here wilding. I don't know who he is, but he out here wilding for real. And my dad already know about it because my dad he knows Fuller and what he does with those kids and stuff like that. So he was already telling me. He said, "Oh yeah, you don't know about him?" I said, "Well, I do now. I'm a believer now. If you ask me, that boy's a starter."
He's a downhill runner. Like he runs angry. And I'm like, why is he hitting the hole so hard? Smack. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
You know,
That's what it is.
I think-
Angry.
I think the deal is with what I see is as the year goes, the more guys they get in that backfield, if you get Williams in there and you get Stewart in there, it's lessening the load that Willis, Davis, and those guys have to play on offense. Now they're going to be fresh on defense, which is what you want. You don't want to have to go. I mean, yeah, you play your best players both ways, but if you can get away with playing some different guys in that backfield, giving some of those guys a rest, like we were talking coming into the season about the 3-head monster. We had Brooks, Davis, and Willis.
Yep.
Those guys, if you look at their carries, I never looked at this, but I'm going to look at it right now. You look at their carries. Willis had 4 carries. Davis 1 carry. Brooks 6 carries. I mean, that's not many carries at all. I mean, there are 28 carries on the game. But, I mean, the way they're able to spread that around, not having to rely on those guys on offense. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Davis is laying some people out on defense.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw that hit. He hit the guy this week. I mean, he's had several this week. I mean, he hit that hit all.
He out there flatlining folks, man. Like, it's crazy. But there's a couple of people that I wanted to talk about too that I haven't really said anything about yet. One being, well, we already talked about Ricky Stewart, but Davion Ross. What?
It's right here. It says he was the freshman to start the year. So then also we got some background on him. Ricky's been doing that since he was Little League football. He not only runs with power, but he can make you miss also. And he has great breakaway speed.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the coach, but he's my starter.
I like to make it miss.
He's my starter.
Yeah, I like to make it miss thing. It's like he can change directions dime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it doesn't look super quick. It's just like he's going one way, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's accelerating full speed.
And
the other way.
Shout out to Jason Fuller for working with those kids and getting them where they at. You know, that's one thing that we've always needed. In the bigger markets in the inner city of Tyler, a lot of those kids grew up together playing ball and stuff like that. We didn't really always have it like that in Chapel Hill area. And Jason Fuller, you know, graduated here, came back, and he's working with them kids, man, and he's getting them where they need to be. And that group of kids, have they not lost a game in a couple of years or something like that?
I doubt it, man.
I don't think
all of them. Like,
they didn't lose one last year, and I don't think they've lost yet this year.
That's with moving up a couple of their players onto the varsity.
And that's moving up a couple of them, and that's what's so exciting is that, man, next year we're looking to get better than what we are right now. And then imagine when them kids get here, when all of them get here, their junior and senior year, man. Like we gonna be something to come, man. And I just like I said, big shout out to Jason Fuller, man. He working with them boys. He getting them right. That's dope. I told him before on Facebook. I was like, hey man, I like what you're doing. You know, I love it.
Here's Adam's comment. Our secondary on D can't get burnt, though. They may need to play off the line a little further, especially if the wide receivers are known to be quicker. Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. We got beat a couple of times. That if those balls aren't dropped, it could be a different score.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely have to work on that.
Yeah.
Here's Chris again. Yes, Coach Fuller deserves that credit because the entire freshman group, Coach Fuller has coached them for years in Little League and in high school.
Yeah, man. So, he doing his thing. I love it.
I believe he's got one too that's in that group. He
does. He got a little. He got a little.
So
yeah, he's doing his thing, man. But I was gonna say, Davion Ross, Jatavian Watson, them two, man. Defensively, I don't know how you get anywhere between them two. And then you got Brack Dyer. We know what Brack is. We know what's gonna happen if you meet him. That's a brick wall. But I ain't really give a whole lot of light to Ross and Watson. Man, I saw Watson on almost every tackle. You know, and if they wasn't running towards Watson, they running away from him and they meet Ross. You know, it's just crazy, man. That defense, they swarm. They swarm on everybody, and they, you know, again, this is like oh, that's Anthony Trust. What's up, bro? What's up? They, you know, from a year ago to now, we were always talking about, man, they're not wrapping up. They're not wrapping up. It's crazy what an offseason can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Adam's got 13 is a beast. Kid is crazy tall. Yeah, Watkins is definitely a talent. I didn't like what I saw at the end of the game. I'm not really sure. Were you still watching then, Corey? At the end when we had we went 2nd and 55 when we had the two unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Oh yeah.
And then the coach got a penalty.
I wanted to even address that here. But.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. The play, Watkins knows better. I'm just questioning sometimes, like, why was he still in the game? Like, at that point in the game, he was a starter out there, receiver. You know, at that point, things are getting chippy. The game's, when we're killing them, the game's almost over, and then that kind of stuff happens. And I've never called a game that was 2nd and 55. I mean, we ended up getting a field goal out of that, which was incredible. But, you know.
The emotions run high, and I get that. I know. But you have to understand that's the whole point of having the pass. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. And they can run their mouth all they want to. But you know what? When we line up, you got to square up with me. You know, that's the whole point of the pass. You get the frustration. We get the frustration out right then. You know, talking about it. And you know, I get it. Sometimes emotions get the best of you. You got the first penalty, right? It's like, okay, at that point, you need to chill. Because, again, this is a team sport. And you're not looking like a team right now the way you act. And I was always told that, you know, your attitude will determine your altitude. You know, you got to watch how you present yourself because people at that next level are looking at that. And it don't matter how great you are. If they feel like they can't you can't get a handle on your attitude and stuff like that, they'll pass on you. They'll go on to the next guy.
So we've addressed this in the podcast that, you know, shout out to JD. Of course, the Florida game when Florida was playing, I can't remember who they played. The kid takes his shoe off and he throws it. That basically cost him the game. So your attitude is everything. I don't care how intense you are or whatever, you still have to control your attitude. And at this level, if you can't control it at this level, how do you think you're going to be able to control it at the next level when now the scout report is really on you? You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah,
actually going out of their way and scouting. So you got to learn to control that at the end of the game, or not. Whether you're in the game or not, man, you still got to
you
still
gotta.
have
Yeah,
to be able to control it, because that could cost you a game at any point in time.
it
You know,
cost
if
you a
it's a
All right.
scholarship.
penalty or anything else, that's
It
tough.
cost you a scholarship too.
All right. Hey guys, we got Hector. We got Hector on. Hector, hope
What's
you're
up,
able to
Hector?
watch tonight. Hector, tonight's podcast, the after show wrap up, is sponsored by TNA Lawn Care, Hector Garcia. So Hector, you're tonight's sponsor. Well, sorry about the mishap on the sponsorship for the football game Friday, and also have another surprise for you. Actually, Vince and Corey don't even know about this yet, so we're gonna take a little bit of a break here, and I'm gonna show you a surprise. The touchdown was sponsored by CNA Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075. So now, Hector, we won't have to worry about talking about it. We're going to put that in our list of commercials. So when those Bulldogs score, you'll have your own commercial. So shout out to Hector. Thank you for
Appreciate that, Hector.
Thank you, sir. We
always
appreciate
taking care of us.
Appreciate it.
Shout out on the air. He's got 45 to 10.
I got him down.
I'm going to write down. Got him. We got Blevins 57 to 10. Christian, you join us tonight. You're welcome, Hector. Appreciate you. So, all right, let's kind of talk about. I guess we want to kind of wrap on this. I mean, there wasn't much. My kind of opinion. I didn't really talk much about it yet, but basically, it was domination. Is what I'm going to use. I know the score wasn't as much as it could have been, but I feel like if you take away off the center team and the performance he had, we completely destroyed them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think the defense
I mean,
looked
it
good.
got out of hand pretty early, and then they kind of
The offense was clicking early. We got off to a better start. We had in the last couple of games. We kind of slower start. Yep, Christian, talking to your dad earlier. So, he's giving us some good information on the freshmen. Here's Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Friday night. Thanks
Rob?
for tuning in. But yeah, I think that's just mainly what I took from the game. I was impressed that came out and just kind of put it too early and didn't let Center stay in the game. They basically said, okay, Center, this is payback. Sorry. Home. And that's kind of the way the Western started.
You know, and I think when they did that onside kick, that set the tone right there. That right there let you know what kind of game this is going to be. Like we didn't forget about
definitely. That definitely had him the team out of the gate. That was definitely the case. Yeah, the kick return. That was he almost started it. That was just off to a good start.
Yeah.
Tyson had a lot of yardage. He had a passing touchdown. He had a touchdown, and then almost that kick return touchdown. So yeah, Tyson Berry had a nice game. It's good to see him getting going here. We getting into district play.
I'm just looking at some of the stats here. What Jones was what, 10 or 12 for 247?
See, I turned it on here. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. Like his stats, he doesn't make a lot of passes, if you notice, but like as far as percentage, and he's very accurate with the passes he does. So you had total on passing was 14 of 16, since you had Barry with 1 for 1 and Ripson with 3 for 3. So I mean, pretty good for solo of 338 yards total passing for Chapel Hill, 247 for Jones. So now he did have the 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So I mean that's something that he has not really done a whole lot of this year is throwing interceptions, but got to clean those up because you don't want to give those away to
Center
a
was
good team.
beefy up
Like,
front. Center had good
mhm.
size. I give them that. They were beefy up front. I give them that.
Yeah.
That's some size. It was a good challenge in the trenches. It was a good challenge in the trenches.
So that's pretty much kind of the wrap. Let's see if there's anything else that sticks out to y'all that y'all want to talk about.
Yeah, shout out to Adolfo
Uh,
Tamayo, 51-yard field goal. That was beautiful. That's a good
Yeah.
yeah.
weapon.
That's the other thing I wanted to say. Yeah, man,
That was a
that's
cheat
the kind of
code.
stuff that get you to the next level.
Yeah, like that you always want to have a good kick with good confidence.
Hmm.
I always got to have the
So
motor.
here's some stat for you. Okay, Tyson Berry, he had 10 yards rushing, 25 yards receiving, 84 yards kickoff return, and 38 yards passing. How's that for some stats? He had yards
He
in
was in
4 different
everything.
categories. Yeah, so I think he had a very superior. McGregor was kind of quiet, but again, he has been the last 2 weeks. I think what's happened is he got such to a big start that everyone started to key on him. So it's freeing up the other guys to step up and
He
kind of
had
get
a
some
he
catch.
had a big player too in there at one point.
Well, he did. He had several that were called things that he's
Yeah,
had
that
happen
was
to a lot
matter
this
of fact.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It was called back. Yeah,
A lot of
I
penalties. That
remember
that
sitting up in the box and somebody said, "Who is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's that guy. That's that man Deuce. That's the
Mama,
one
there
they
goes
call
that man.
Deuce."
That's one of my favorite. Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, overall, they knew the assignment. Take care of business. Don't get caught slipping. And
Mhm.
this was a win they should have had. And either way it goes, even on a bad day. But I'm still looking for that complete game. You know,
Yep.
less penalties. Defense is clicking. Everybody's on their P's and Q's about everything. And we hit all the we still have two more games where I'm saying, all right, we owe them one. Y'all know I'm really looking forward to the Lindale game. Like it's just it better be blankets.
Oh
It
yeah.
needs to be blankets. Period.
There's Adam's score this week,
I got it.
35-14. Thanks for joining us tonight, Adam.
Appreciate that, Adam.
So this week we're gonna kind of move on and talk about Athens. I
Okay.
think all these games we played so far. There's been uh, let's see, not really any of them that we suspected to be a challenge. I think we thought Livingston might be. Their quarterback got hurt, didn't really end up being a challenge. We figured we'd handle Center. I mean Greenville. I think this is the first game that I see on the schedule that I'm like, okay, this will be a little bit of a test. Athens comes into the game pretty dominant on the year. They're 4-0 as well. Um, they've got 165 points for and 28 against. So if you look at that comparison to Irish, and that's no disrespect to Athens, but they probably haven't played as good a competition as we have.
No.
But 192 to 88. So that just says a lot. You think? I mean, I could think our defense has played pretty well. Athens has only allowed 28 points all season long, and so that I think right there, something's got to give. Either the Chapel Hill offense is going to score, I think, more points than Athens has allowed all season. Athens is going to challenge Chapel Hill's offense to score. So
Well, I, someone once said, I don't remember who it was, like you are what your record is. I think it may have been Bill Parcells. And I mean they're 4-0, so they're 4-0. So that's not you beat people and you've scored 40 points in every game. I'm pretty sure they've had their subs in late, so they're coming into this game pretty confident. I mean, I don't want to say they have a cookie cutter schedule, but Brownsboro hadn't been the same Brownsboro in 20 years. Fairfield, which is a surprising win over Fairfield because they're normally good, and Wills Point hasn't been the same either. So I mean, I just want to say it's a cupcake schedule. You didn't really play that big a talent until you get in the district. So this is our first big test. So I'm anxious to see how we respond. And this is one of those trap games. They're 4-0. We know that their schedule has been weaker than ours. How do we take care of it? Are we finally getting to the point in time where we're ascending and we're tightening up on offense? We're not turning the ball over. We're not getting dumb penalties. And on defense,
Another reason
we're paying
trap
attention
game
to
for
assignment.
is this is a trap game. Though you're looking at the schedule, it's week's game in Lindale, so we don't want to lose focus of this one. Start thinking, oh, Lindale, we want revenge. They did this twice last year. They won the state, and that's going to be in the back of some of these kids' minds. We just need to forget about that one this week. Focus on Athens because it's going to come down. This district, I believe, is up for grabs as far as the 4 playoffs. You got 4 teams, 7, and right now I believe Maybank are they
4-0.
well?
Maybank is 4-0.
Yeah, so you got Athens and Bank, which were predicted 6th and 7th in the district. Again, schedule debatable, but in any cases, Corey said they're 4-0. They beat who had in front of them. So now you're talking about teams that were in the district that they're going to be coming to the district undefeated and with minimum. So you got teams like Lincoln Kilgore that have taken some tough losses early. And so it's going to be interesting because you don't want to because right now you don't know how this thing's going to shake up. You don't want to take a loss against the Athens now and then be trying to fight for a spot with them later down the line and lose that tiebreaker. So you got to take these kind of games. You don't want them to bite you later.
Winning games at home, still one on the road.
The good thing is that it's at home. Looking at the schedules, honestly, I see what you're saying where Athens' schedule didn't really seem to be as strong. But to be honest with you, ours don't look that much better. Really, Livingston is the only team with a winning record. The rest of them all got losing records too.
Hallsville's not bad.
Well, we did play some 5A.
We're not saying whether they're bad. Their record says they're bad.
Well, yeah,
they're 5A. They're 5A though.
We've only played. This is the first class. 418 we played.
Yeah, we got one team with a winning record at 3-1, and we beat them. That's Livingston. Greenville is 1-3. That's the only other team with a win. The other 2 teams we just played ain't won a game yet. Where they got 2 teams that played that did not win a game, and they got the other 2 teams they played are both 1-3. I think that.
I'll say this, and I'll let you finish. I guarantee you, our teams that we've played will probably finish better than the teams that they played.
I ain't gonna call it. I'm just looking at it on paper. That's all.
I know.
Calling it on paper. And one thing you got to make sure you stay focused because even if we are better than them, momentum is a killer. And them being 4-0 like we're 4-0, they coming in this game the same way we coming in. Like they a better team. They don't see it no other way. So you got to make sure that you come in and handle business. And I just got a feeling this game is going to be closer than it should be, or that I want it to be. I'll say it like that I want it to be. So just hang in there. Make your adjustments. Coaches obviously make the adjustments, but hang in there and don't break mentally, man, because games like this could get real tight and it could be decided just because one team decided, oh, okay, the game's over with. Because people do that sometimes. I honestly think when we played center, when we got towards the end, they kind of just let it go. They kind of was already ready to go home. People get like that. So just again, stay focused because I'm willing to bet you Athens is gonna come out to play. They gonna come play ball. And yeah, that's
it's
it.
got Blevins comment here that he witnessed a 57-yard field goal by Tamayo as a freshman in practice. So He definitely had the leg. It was definitely good from
Oh yeah,
farther than
he could have got a
51.
little bit more out of it.
So
Yeah.
He could have got a 60 for sure.
I like that comment there. Blevins, your talent's your greatest nemesis. Yeah, we can't rely on your talent. You've got to continue to play and work and get better.
It's a tough game. Like I said, it's this is one of those mental games where, as if you're coaching a team, your team is undefeated. They're playing well, and you this is one of those games where you want to everything we've done up to this point. It doesn't matter. Now this real season begins. All this other stuff is just practice. Now we have to really start ascending because this is the back half of this. This is where the back half of the season, the best part of the season is district and conference play. You really have to tighten your bolts up and get better every week. And this team is coming in 4-0, and I tell my team they're coming in 4-0. They have all the confidence in the world right now. Your ranking, your record doesn't even matter. Matter of fact, you're not even ranked in the state at this point because the district is tough as it is. It doesn't even matter at this point because
No.
a team that's 1-3 could win 4 games and make it to the playoffs. At this point in time, overall record. So none of this stuff matters. You throw record out of the window. And Athens is, if I'm telling my team, hey, everybody's 0-0 now. This is conference play. It's 0-0. If you come out there and win the conference, it doesn't matter. You could be undefeated, during the preseason and ranked in the state and get to conference and you're 2-3. You know what I'm saying? Or 2-4. So this is one of those mental blocks that we got to get past. I think we're a better team, obviously, but it's one of those games where if we don't respond well and we don't take care of business, it can
Mhm.
get away from us. It's one of those hills and valleys
Yeah.
game. So we had a
Don't
really good
don't
game here, then you know,
don't focus so much on the don't get caught up on the big plays. Uh they don't always work out like that, right? Where you throw the 60, 70 yard. They don't
yeah,
always work out like that. If it don't work, that's fine. Just more or less just focus on a coach told me a long time ago, he said, just worry about getting 4 yards every play. That's it. Just 4 yards every play. Um, hopefully every play you run, you can score off of. But I mean, realistically speaking, that will not happen. Uh, but don't let it get you down and out, and take advantage of every opportunity because the same thing's gonna happen to them too. They may throw a pick or two, they may fumble, they may go 3 and out, but take advantage of every last one of those opportunities. If not even the score, just keep their offense off the field. you know, take advantage of it.
just like so
All
that
right.
what was saying, Brett? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, do y'all want to pick a score at this point?
I go last. I always go first. I go last.
Because we steal your score. That's what it is.
It's something
Hey,
like
you
that.
went first last time and it did good for
Yeah,
you.
I did. I jumped out first.
I don't know. It's gonna be
Uh, I'm gonna say this one is going to be 28-17.
28-17. Okay.
Yeah, Chapel Hill.
Chris Blevins says the defense will be the key in this Athens game. Chris Blevins says 38-24 Chapel Hill. Thanks, Chris, for the score. I'm going to go 42-14 Chapel Hill.
Mm.
You got Christian 57. I think he posted that earlier. That's
Yeah,
his score.
57-10.
I like the score. I hope you're right, Christian. I just think I think that Athens has got a solid enough defense we've seen. I think it's going to keep Chapel Hill from hitting the high end of their points that they've scored. I still think they're going to be strong enough to get plenty of touchdowns.
I'm gonna
And I
change
think that
I'm sorry. I'm looking at stats. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Here's a score from Cat. 38-7.
I want to
I'm as well as
say
your Chapel Hill
28
picks.
to 14. Just looking at their stats and stuff here. They're strong in the passing game. I don't think they're strong in the running game. And
What was that? What'd you say, Vince?
28-14.
28-14.
Here's one from KC Joe. 45-21. Hey, thanks for the scores tonight, guys. This is great. We like it. Stay around and make some picks with us. Remember, if you you can join us on air next week. And let's see.
I don't know what my pick is. I don't know what my pick is yet.
Christian's saying they had a big running back last year. Athens did. Let's see. I don't need to look and see what they had on their roster for their stats.
My father-in-law, he teaches over at Athens. I'm gonna ask him about the team and see what he sees. Then I'll make sure again.
They've got a couple of backs. There's a back named Roberts, the senior, that leads their team in rushing with 113 yards a game. I wonder if that's the same one that Christian's talking about. That could be.
49-21.
Yeah. 38-17 for yeah.
$49-21 for me. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What'd you go with, Corey?
49-21.
Okay. So you're along the same lines as me, just a couple more touchdowns apiece. All right, so since we've made those, let's look at some other games. Now this week we'll have only 3 of a district matchups, we'll have to add some to get to our 8. We'll pick some ones around the area. Let's see. Chris says if Tyler can stay steady and complete 80% of his passes and be balanced, they will more than 14. I agree with that. I think Tyler's a very big key. Can't try to do too much and throw careless interceptions against Athens down to a minimum. All right, so other district games, we'll go with those first since you've already picked that one. Palestine at Kilgore. I'm going to take Kilgore. I think they have their lesson after that embarrassing loss to Pine Tree, and they're going to hold this week over Palestine. At home also.
I'm still picking upset. I'm picking Palestine. Palestine ain't bad.
I'm not a big. I think that's good. I think that's a good pick. I think in this game, if it had been in Palestine, I might have picked Palestine. But I think since it's in Kilgore, I'm gonna give them the slight edge.
That game Palestine played against Conley was pretty good. We got
Casey goes pick Kilgore.
Not in a row.
Cat is also taking Kilgore. And Christian is taking Palestine. Let's see what else we got here. We got Blevins going to take Palestine by 7. That's Chris Blevins. Make sure they both pick Palestine though.
Vince, who'd you pick? Kilgore?
Vince, you didn't take anybody, did you?
Yeah, Kilgore.
What did he take?
I said Kilgore ain't finna lose 2 times in a row.
Oh, okay. Kill go for sure. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, the other district game is Lindale at Maybank. I'm going to take Lindale that one.
Oh, you going with
I
Lindale?
believe
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say Maybank.
Lindale beats Maybank.
Christians.
Christian.
What'd you say, Vince?
Maybank.
I'm picking Maybank too. Maybank is not bad. I have I
Okay.
have I have
Anybody
all
else
faith
got
in
that one?
Maybank
Let's
at this
see.
point.
Cat's got Lindale. Casey Joe has Lindale. Christian Blevins has Lindale. And Chris has Lindale. So if y'all would take that one, y'all gotta. I think y'all two are the only ones that pick Maybank.
I'll hold that one.
I like Maybank. I like Maybank that they're 4-0. I just don't think Lindale's played a tough schedule. I mean, you're talking about they've lost to Van and Kaufman. I think they're really strong teams. That I'm going to rely on that they're. I don't think the level they were, but I think they're still a very good team, and I think Maybank is just not going to have enough for
Well,
Lindale.
it's kind of the same thing that you look at, us in Athens. I mean, we have a better
Mm-hmm.
schedule than Athens had. Athens is 4-0. Only difference is we beat all of our opponents. So,
Yeah,
we'll be the opposite one.
but Athens played Van and Kaufman,
No, no, but
so that's what I'm looking at. I guess just to make that. I mean, I don't know. It's early. It's
I'm still
hard
not
to
giving.
know.
I'm still not giving Van. I'm still not giving Lindell. I'm not giving them any slack. They're gonna hold this L all year until we get past this. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
If Lindale can stop a wing T offense, then it will be a long night. But I believe Lindale will win. Okay, wing T. Next run, T. It's interesting. It's good though, Chris. So the next ones we're going to bounce out of the district. This is an interesting one. Let's go Hallsville at Jacksonville.
Ha!
This would be tough. I think both teams have struggled in the preseason. I don't really even know. Hallsville hasn't won, I don't believe, and I don't think either has Jacksonville. So,
Y'all know I'm not picking Jacksonville, so
well, I have Jacksonville ties now, so I
yeah,
don't know, but I don't know. They both play a tough schedule. Uh,
true.
Hallsville played Hendersonville and Hill, so preseason schedule that 4A preseason in that area, I guess I would say. And uh, Jacksonville has also played some teams in our district. They played Crandall and Palestine and Henderson. So, um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna Hallsville.
Hallsville, okay. Of course, I'm going Hallsville since it's not Jacksonville.
Christian has Jacksonville. Casey Joe has Hallsville.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cat has Jacksonville. And
Um,
Chris has Hallsville. Vince.
that's man. I want to say Hallsville, but something is telling me Jacksonville gonna beat them. Something's
Okay,
telling me Jacksonville gonna beat them up, and I'm gonna feel stupid for
It
picking this
is,
damn.
it is
just
in
pick
the Tomato Bowl.
Hallsville.
It's in
Just
the
pick
Tomato Bowl.
Hallsville.
Jacksonville play dirty in that Tomato Bowl. I'm going with Jacksonville, man.
Man, come on.
They play dirty over there.
Well, we got a split decision. We got what 3? Well, 4 against 4 and
All right,
what
this next
7 out
one,
of
we've
Kansas.
picked the next one. One of the biggest matchups in the state of Texas is area. We got number 2, or at number 1 Carthage.
Ha!
So big 4A Division II matchup early. Carthage in Carthage. I'm going
Oh, it's in Carthage.
word. Yeah, the word Carthage is going to take this.
Whew, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a tough though. Two prestigious programs with history.
Carthage don't lose.
Casey
Carthage
Joe's gonna
don't lose at home, man.
They're almost Argyle.
They ain't Argyle. Like they put something in the water down there in Carthage. Boys look like they in college already.
They know how to win. Once you
They're gonna go back to last week's statement. Last events. Grown men. They're grown men in Carthage.
Yeah, they're grown men. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was actually reading a report about a guy at a school in oh man, I saved it, but I can't remember what school he went to. But they said in the report it said how he ragdolled this other dude, and it said he looked like this. I'm not even lying. This is what the quote said. It said he looked like he was a grown man with a wife, kid, 3 kids, and a mortgage. And I was like, I'm crazy when I be saying that. Like this dude look like he working at Best Buy, man.
As I can't remember who used to say this, but it's like he a man. He a man.
He's man.
He a man.
Yeah.
He a grown man.
Yeah. He's man.
He a grown man.
All right, so we got.
Christian's got Gilmer.
Made this. We got a couple missing this time. We got these Carthage Gilmer picks.
Vince, did you pick Carthage?
And
I'm gonna go, man. I'm gonna go Gilmer. God, I'm gonna go Gilmer. This might be the edge I get to get over y'all, so I'm gonna go Gilmer.
Chris is with you. I know Carthage doesn't lose. We'll go with the up summer win.
Yeah, I feel you, Chris.
I want to say Carthage so much. I coached against them for years, but I'm gonna say
it's not gonna be an open seat in the house.
At Gilmer, that's gonna be a good game. So what's how many that core is that? Is that 5?
That is
I got
1, 2,
games.
3, 4. That's 5. We got to pick.
Okay.
Got to go with Argyle versus Melissa.
Well, I'm Argyle. I mean, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna. In that matchup, you gonna pick Melissa?
We don't have to go Argyle versus Melissa.
Don't ask me about no Argyle. I know what the pick is.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that one. If you're gonna pick
Melissa, I don't want to pick that
game.
game. That's not a good matchup.
I'll take the dub easy if you're gonna go with that one.
No, it's really not a good matchup game though. It's really not.
Okay. Christian got Gilmer 2014. All right, so here's what we're gonna pick.
Big game.
This one's. I mean, I don't know. That might not be a good one to pick. I was gonna say Van Center, but we just saw Center, but that's probably gonna be an easy. That's too easy of a. How about Nacogdoches at White House for a pick'em game?
Nacogdoches at White House.
Yeah.
Nacogdoches got a lot of kids. A whole lot of kids.
And their kids got kids. What you said? And their got kids.
The kids got kids. Yeah.
Okay. White House is.
I'm definitely not picking White House.
White House 0-3 on the season.
I'm going that, man. There's just too much potential to have so much talent out there. So
I'm not picking White House in anything. I'm sorry.
Nacogdoches is also 0-3. So
I'm going that.
See, Nev.
I got Nacogdoches.
See, Blevin says Nat. Casey Joe says White House.
White House.
Cat White House. White House is a good QB. They have just struggled. Christian said he got some inside connections. dad's going to give him away. He said, my son is picking White House because his homeboy plays QB for White House. Oh, so
I
he's
just
got
got the
some
laugh
inside
emoji.
Oh, he'll be afraid of me.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm from Chapel Hill. I don't pick anything with White House in it. I'm sorry.
My best
Well,
friend was
you have to
QB
root.
for John
That don't mean you
Tyler
have to root for him.
back in the day. I used to pick against him every
I,
week.
I don't mean
I'm
for him.
not. I'm not. No.
I mean,
I'm just keeping it simple. Gotta have morals.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what they've got. Figure Nacogdoches is probably going to win. I'm going to take Nacogdoches as well.
Necktown. So Nacogdoches.
If y'all got some other games, we need 2 more. If y'all got some other ones that y'all want to put in there, I mean, I've got a game this week we could pick. I don't know. I mean, you got your boys from Spring Hill playing this week.
It's not noteworthy.
Let me widen my search a little bit here and see if there's games that might be. Troop West Rusk. That's a Troop. I believe is. I know West Rusk is number 7 defeated. I believe Troop hasn't lost either. If I remember, yeah, Troop is also undefeated. They beat Troop has beat Alto, Carlisle, Bullard, and Brownsboro, which they stepped up and moved to play some teams in 4A division. West Rusk is number 7. They're also undefeated, ranked in the state, number 7. So yeah, it should be a good one. It's going to be at West Rusk. I got it.
I'm picking West Rusk.
I think I am too. I think I'm with West Rusk. It's in West Rusk.
Me too.
Got Casey Joe says West Rusk. Chris West Rusk. Cat's got Troop. Chris says he understands. When AT and I pick against Lee Legacy each week.
That's how you got to do it.
Let's see. There's got a game.
Vince, who did you have? West Rusk or Troop?
West Rusk.
West Rusk. Who else had
Yeah.
West Rusk?
I did. Casey Joe, Cat had Troop, and Chris has Troop. Is that everybody?
Got it.
Is there any other games that y'all? I mean, I'm looking around and I don't see anything. We can go up and look at some rankings and see if there's any one kind of random game, because kind of what we've been doing. We've had 7 around here and then like one big game around the state. So maybe we can find one. I don't care who we pick. It's not gonna be Argyle this week.
Yeah, it's not a good game. It's not a good matchup.
What about La Vega at Miller? La Vega is number 7, and Miller is number 10.
La Vega.
That's a 4A D1. I like to kind of keep it in our area, like our division, those big games. That way we can kind of keep track. Gives us some keep track of some other teams that are ranked around the state. I think I like La Vega too. It's a road game for La Vega. It's at Miller High School. I'm not sure what school district they're with. La Vega's got some. They actually play Stephenville next week, so that'll be another interesting one. Stephenville's ranked number 5. So
by the time they come up in the rankings,
I think I'm going to take La Vega though in this one. Too much speed.
La Vega.
We got Christian's going to say he's going to go with Miller. Casey Joe says La Vega.
The LV. I'm picking La Vega. I'm going La Vega.
What you got, Vince?
The Vegas.
Oh, you got La Vega.
He
Okay.
picked La Vega.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay, I missed that. Okay, Cat. It's
Okay.
got La Vega as well. I think is that everybody?
Chris didn't pick. Or did I miss? I know
Chris,
Christian picked.
Chris, you got a pick on this one. Get your pick in here. La Vega at Miller.
La Vega. LV.
Did he chat? Did he pick one? I didn't see it pop up yet.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, we're waiting on that pick here. Let's see. Let's take a quick break. Touchdown was sponsored by C&A Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075. All right, we're back. Chris, your son's giving you a hard time. I think we lost Chris here. We need his last pick. While we're waiting on Chris's last pick, any last thoughts on this week's game? What's your key? Your one key for the game against Athens. Corey, go.
Focus. Not to lose
Focused.
focus
All
on
right.
the goal.
Focus. I like that. All right. Vince.
One key. I like focus. That's a lot. That's really good. I'm gonna say hustle every play. I heard a man one time say, "Hustle beats skill when skill don't hustle." So yeah, I'm gonna go with hustle.
I'm gonna go with calm. We need to stay calm and not. And you can use that word more ways than one with this game. I think you come out, you stay calm, you stay on like with y'all's focus. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with it. Stay calm. If something doesn't go your way, don't blow it out of proportion. Don't lose your cool. Don't get in little skirmishes that we've gotten to in a few games, with penalties and all that. Stay calm. Just follow the game plan. Use who you've got on the field. I think if Chapel Hill can do that, they win by as many points as they want.
Yeah, the coach has the right game. The coach is gonna have a game plan. It's gonna easy. They just gotta follow. They gotta execute.
Yeah, gotta just keep your composure. Just stay within yourself, and they're gonna do fine. So, I think that's kind of my word. I think so. I guess district play, it's here. Just talking about that. I hadn't really talked to Corey about this off air, but look what I have in front of me, Mr. Marshall. It's round ball is coming up. We'll have games on the Bulldogs Sports Network. I've got girls schedule. I've got boys schedule. We need sponsors. So if you're willing to sponsor us for basketball, hit us up. Shoot us a message. We'll get you set up. I'd like to say we're going to try to do this during basketball. I'd like to, as everybody can still do it. We'll have lots of games to talk about. So it should be interesting. I know Corey's going to be helping me. Jared Jones, shout out to Jared. He kind of helped us this year a little bit. Graduated. He's going to come back and do some work with us. Got a couple other people. Should be a disappointing thing to find out that the girls and boys will be split. So we'll have to try to grab some games when we can. I've got that, but just stay tuned for that. But yeah, ball's on the way. I know I'm excited. Football, but basketball is just an animal for me. I think
When the
Corey
weather changes,
feels
so
the
does the
same way.
sport.
Yeah, so we'll continue to cover all the Bulldog games on Texan Live throughout the. But once basketball switches over, we'll be live here on the Bulldog Work. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We'll be on all of them. So make sure you use all our channels and hit us up. You can back a sponsor them our way. If you got some suggestions or comments about anything that reach out. We'd like to hear from y'all. We're not sitting here talking for fun, even though we could. We like to be interactive.
Pretty fun.
Tell us like to hear. Great job tonight, everybody that tuned in and got our picks in. That was best. That's our best. We got how many people picked with us, Corey? With 5 or 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 overall. Well, 8.
So
Yeah, 7.
should be. Is it 8? Right? We had.
Yeah, 8
Well,
total.
Adam
didn't
picked the
pick.
one game.
Yeah, Adam didn't pick the 4 games. Yeah, had 1 game, and then Hector didn't pick any. He had 1 game he picked. So overall,
if we have anybody that gets beat, if any of y'all beat us, we'll have you on air next week. So we'll make the announcement at the beginning of the show and bring you on, and you can talk with us and share your thoughts, and we'll just talk Bulldog football after opening district win.
Absolutely.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any thoughts?
Yeah. Good week of football. NFL football, by the way.
It was a good week. Interesting game.
NFL football.
Cowboys.
Who?
It was a good week when that team that won. I will say, did anybody watch the last 2 minutes of the Cowboy game? Did y'all see that debacle?
Yeah, I watched it.
I don't know what's going on. We're stalling. Let's stall and kick a 56-yard goal for the win. Not sure what that was. All I can say is win, and I'm glad.
It's a Cowboy game. What do you expect?
It's a Cowboy game.
Yeah. I know, but man, I like what I saw from my Longhorns this week.
Oh, I didn't watch the game. They won punishment.
I know it was against Rice, but we did what we were supposed to do. So
well, shout out to Caleb Griffin. He had a good half. He had a good half of football.
Yeah, he actually broke a couple. Can't be sad about that. It's a good kid. He gets playing time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, dude, I don't know that I even looked if I won this. Won both games. My fantasy. Corey, how you doing there?
I won.
You won.
I'm struggling.
Who'd you play?
I'm struggling.
Can't
figure it out.
Yeah, I'm paired. I'm dialed in because I'm very, I'm competitive. So I'm dialed in. I'm like always. I got alerts going.
Listen. You weren't there last year, but I won last year, so I'm good.
That was
so you don't always go back to back.
Okay.
You don't always go back to back. I won last year. I don't think I lost but 1 game last year.
Hey, I actually won this week. I didn't realize it. How in the world did I win? I had Jared Judy in my up. Didn't get him out of there in time before they locked the IR, and still won. So I guess I'm doing all right. I'm 2-0. I go up against Cody this week. Who y'all playing this week? Oh, let's see. Vince has got Tommy this week, and Corey's got Rob. Rob, you playing Rob this week, Corey?
Oh, my bad. Actually, I won last week. No, I didn't. I lost. I'm looking at the wrong
You're the deflator. You're 0-2 deflator.
Yeah, I lost. I didn't. I got to figure something out.
How did you get a tie, Corey? How do you have a tie? Who did you tie? You must have got a tie.
It was a tie. It was a tie.
Man, that's a tough thing to do.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually looking at this basketball schedule. there's some games highlighted on here that I'm already
Yeah,
highlighting. Yeah,
yeah. We'll talk
it's
about which ones you want to do. I'd like to
it's a
use you
big
as
one
much
on
as you.
here.
This year, you're as many games as you want.
Yeah,
Let's
it's a
go.
big one on here that I like a lot.
Do you like the Tyler High game? Is that the one you're looking at?
You know I like that one. You know I'm gonna like that one. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
we should just hype that one up all together. Just hype that
yeah,
up already. I already know it's a handful of people's gonna be at that game. I already know. That's a good one.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I think I have about 16 or 17 asterisks on here, so we'll see if we
Tatum
can.
tournament is gonna be a good one. Okay. Whataburger Invitational.
Yeah, it's gonna be some tough comp up there. They don't play around at that tournament.
Yep. I might just go just to watch.
Yeah, our guys are gonna be right up like coming off a state championship. They'll be fired up, in that tournament, right? After we beat Argyle in the state championship game,
You know, hey,
they got Vince's attention.
Vince is like, what? Huh? Huh? Oh, we talking round ball right now,
Nightmares.
Vince.
Nightmares.
We're talking round ball. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah,
It's no nightmare. This is a revenge season. This is a revenge tour. Okay, this is a revenge tour. If we getting everybody to tag this. Well, if we took a bad loss, we getting everybody to tag this. That's how we taking this. That's how we doing it.
Hey, I'm with it.
Basketball and
I'm with it.
football don't matter.
I'm with it.
yeah, I'm ready. So just be keep an eye on the page. We'll be posting some more info about basketball. Again, we can't do it without sponsors. So reach out to us. We'll get you set up. It'll be similar last year. So if you sponsored last year, reach out if you want to get back in on it, and should be some good times. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome season. A lot of talent returning, some new faces to mix in with the returning guys. So I know Coach Johnson and company is gonna be looking to win some ball games this year. So should be a fun season. I know I'll be having fun no matter what the score is, but it's more fun to see them win. So again, we'll be talking more about that as time gets closer. But just keep your eyes out for some more basketball information to come. Yeah. So if y'all don't have anything else, I guess we'll get it off. Corey, you got something else? Do you want to talk
No,
about your
just
y'all's podcast? You want to plug your podcast?
not yet. Not yet. Got some other stuff we're working on too, but not yet.
Okay.
Man, forget
Okay.
all of that. I ain't with no. Go watch That's So Dope. Go watch it.
You can watch it. Most definitely watch it.
Oh,
I
listen, I'm sorry.
I
Listen,
want to have an official plug. I have to have an official plug. It's
man, just tell them to
gotta have an
listen.
official plug.
That's the plug. You tell them to listen.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's so.
so if you like to hear Vince and Corey arguing on Wednesday night, check them out. Oh, look, Dave, we got some merchandise. Look.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not good with the camera. I'm not good with the camera like I used to be.
I told you need that HD, man. I can barely see you.
Well, this is an iPhone, iPad.
Well, maybe you need to upgrade your iPad to a newer version.
Apple.
I'm only getting one Apple.
Hey, there's
Tell
nothing
you
wrong
all
with
the time.
Apple.
Every year they tell you they upgrade the camera. Look at this
It's
camera.
only one Apple. It's only one Apple.
Look at this camera.
Hey,
It's a red apple,
that's
green apple.
okay.
It's only one
Every
apple.
year we upgraded the camera. We got 5 cameras on the pad now.
Why do you need 5
Look at
cameras?
this boy camera.
What's the purpose?
Look at this boy camera.
Hey, man, I got your setup right here, man. Restream, man. It's the way to go.
It's a good setup. I will say
Then
that.
you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I really like this setup. Now that I've got to play with it and kind of mess with it, it's pretty nice. So, but here it is. If you'd like to hear Vince and Corey argue,
Oh,
yeah.
we got JD. We got JD in there. Vince, JD.
Yeah, JD. Really is JD. I don't argue with nobody. You can.
Whoa, whoa.
I tell it like it is. I tell the truth. I speak truth. So therefore, there is no argument with truth. I just tell it. JD.
This space was on pause.
JD, he does this thing where it's just he go rah 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 Gators. That's just what he do. That's what he do. God love him. That's my brother.
You
You
can't
know,
mention Gators. You can't
and
mention the Gators.
Corey come in like he Belichick or somebody. He come in, he come talk real low and
I'm the
they won't
fire
win.
starter. I'm the fire starter. You have to have the instigator. I'm gonna say this before we get. I'm gonna say this. So Vince came up with this cockamamie story about how the Tim Burton Batman version of the Penguin
See,
was the best
don't
Batman.
you
And I'm
start
like,
that, Corey.
how?
Don't you
In
start
what
that, Corey.
universe? In
Bruh,
what
you know what?
universe?
Y'all gotta go to that so dope. Y'all
In
gotta go
what
to that so dope
universe?
and listen. Don't
That's
listen to
not
Corey.
true.
Corey is, I'm not gonna call him he tells stories. He tells stories. And
No,
they're not
All
true.
right, guys. Well,
this is very
thanks for watching
okay.
this evening. Thanks for watching. If the rest of this, tune in to That's So Dope. This is Corey JD. Check out their stuff. Like their page. Subscribe.
Yeah,
Apple
Mhm.
or Spotify.
absolutely. Apple, Google, Spotify,
We're
Anchor,
on
Apple,
everywhere.
Google, Spotify.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we're
Find
everywhere. Yeah,
us. Find
yeah.
us.
All right. Well, let's we're gonna sign off here. We wrap up show. I'm Brett Swinney, Vincent John, Corey Marshall. We'll catch y'all next time right here on the Bulldog Sports
Peace
Network.
out.
See ya.